Good afternoon, everybody. This is Robert Firestone. I got some concerns, but I got to believe that I understand where Harvey Dent is coming from. Um, there's a lot of us getting caught up into this bickering stream for some reason. Um, I'm all I've ever considered myself in all of this was a traffic coordinator. When I'd run across information, I looked, it sounded valid, valid, and where I would think that somebody could use for themselves and help keep moving this movement along. That's my job in all this. I see this because I'm a broke white guy living in West Virginia. Okay, I'm living in basically one of the poor states in the United States of America, not the corporation. Um, there was an interview on Gary LeBray's site. Um, this fellow named Brett speaks out the dual accounting system bankers use to steal from clients. Date was 8/27/17. Today's date is Monday the 28th, 2017 at 1:42 when I'm making this video. I think everybody ought to go listen and watch this. Tripel Moor, brother, you are correct. You're 100% right. I knew without validated research and understanding our enemy that a lot of it was going to be a waste of time because these people's had multiple generations to get this right for themselves. And I kind of said this once or twice before too. This is what it seemed like. It didn't seem like the Feds or the Federal Reserve, the bigger banks, was the ones to be held at fault of all of this, because I understood what the ACH payment was. It was an instant access, and I know how programming works some. Whatever you program into a computer or an automated system, it follows that, what you put in. It don't deviate from it unless it's messed with. Okay? I believe Amazon, eBay, all of these other individuals out here that's fooling with these reversals, trying to claim it's this, trying to claim it's that, knowing one of the things that I've been hearing a lot out of everybody, well, you're going to have to get in touch with your bank. Well, the Federal Reserve reserves itself to tell us that we don't have no accounts there, and we are not under their guidelines, okay, but we know better, okay. You don't link these kind of bank accounts to individuals like mine. I've done the Amazon thing. I've done some other ones I won't go into because it's kind of, a little bit my business, but I'm just seeing how it's going to work out. In the end, I'm one of these type of people that wait and see situation, but at the same time try to make the outcome work in my favor the best I can. Okay. The source of information that Tripel Moor is talking about, this is to learn your enemy. Okay. It's just like I've made comment before about the assembly line, somebody building a nuclear bomb. Well, there might be 70 or 80 people on that line. Each one of them is an individual expert in whatever part of that bomb they're building. Well, the end result is the quality control, the QC person. That's the individual that has to go back and check all these other individuals' work. Okay? The QC on our behalf, RUCC, okay, is the Federal Reserve banking documents and notations. I got this weird feeling before it's over with, every one of us is going to have to, and I'm just saying this, don't know if it's going to be the case or not, but I just got this weird feeling, and this is for any banker that's watching and understands. Here pretty soon, we're going to have to start charging y'all, okay? We're going to have to start putting lawsuits against y'all, have y'all locked up for fraudulent means against your customers, because I feel wholeheartedly this is what these bankers and these establishment vendors are doing to people. I ain't going to stay in here long. I ain't going to try to go into complete detail about a whole lot of anything other than what I'm seeing now. I feel like there's some kind of, I don't know, a mole in the system that's either spreading vicious rumors, lies. I don't know. I know people can validate things. I know Harvey can validate things. I know Tripel Moor can. I can. I'm limited on what, my brain tells me what I can and I can't do because I don't know every avenue. And if I did, I could sit here 10, 12 hours a day easily, okay, looking at PDF files, reading books, not quite still understanding everything that I'm reading. I can get the gist of everything, but that don't make me the QC guy. It just makes me one of the people in the assembly line, okay? And for all of us, no matter what the outcome is, I guess, I don't know what you'd call me. I always think I look for the best, but, or excuse me, hope for the best and look for the worst. And about any circumstance, okay? But if we are to defeat these people, okay, and these are a common enemy, people can't see it that way, I'm sorry. Once you figure out that these people has took and created another entity known as a straw man at birth and has been using us, okay, the analogy was, I put this out to everybody. Some people get it, some people don't. You take 2 bars of gold, 2 bars of platinum, 2 bars of silver, and you got a man and a woman. Out of all of them 4, what is the most valuable? Most people don't know how to answer that question unless they stop and think about it. It's the man and a woman, because the gold, the platinum, and the silver, the bars will never be there in front of them unless they took their energy, their time, their effort to dig that shit out of the ground. Okay. I love all of y'all, and I'm hoping this movement, I'm not trying to say it's stopping. I think more than anything, I think we done come to a Y in the road. Okay, now we got to make some real choices on which direction we go in. I myself, I'm not going to stop because I've done seen enough proof for myself to understand these things do exist, and these people are trading us like cattle. They've been trading us for since birth. I mean, we're not just talking about my generation, but multiple generations behind me. Okay, I used to work at a safe company in Virginia called Treadlock Safe Company. This Yankee woman and her husband, an engineer, bought the place. Okay. I guess 3 or 4 months into it, I done become a head grinder and trainer on the boxes, and was teaching people how to take the weld marks down and stuff without eating up the metal, so the paint guy could actually paint the product and make it look good. Okay. She walks in one day with a whole case of these books, and it's on a Friday too, in the evening, and she hands them out to everybody and asks everybody to go home and read them. Okay. We went home. I kind of scanned through it when I started running into the pages that her company was going to look at us as cattle. That next Monday morning, there was a whole bunch of us throwed the books at her and told her to kiss her ass, or kiss our ass, because we wasn't cattle. Okay, whether she wanted to see it like that or not, that wasn't up to us. And it wasn't long after that she had to file bankruptcy, and she lost the company. Okay. But she was blatantly stupid to think that we was going to go along with this. Next little story, Tripel Moor, you're right. Like I said, I watched a friend of mine and a boss take $40,000 in a 401k, okay, turn it into $80,000 within 60 days of going to work for a company we both worked for. He learned their rules and regulations. He learned how to get by the third-party access, okay, in the company, which was the guy that we're supposed to go to when we decided to take money from one 401k and invest it back into the company, okay. He figured out ways of getting around them, going straight to the bank, accessing it, dumping the money in. Then they had to pay him dollar for dollar. If not, they wasn't going to pay him but 50 cents on the dollar because of that large sum. But he figured out a way around them. He showed me the proof, okay? And the sad part of it is we've all had to do this one form or fashion or another in our lives with neighbors, friends, relatives. Um, even dealing with kids sometimes, you got to think outside your own construct of you being a parent and see what their point of view is so you can stop an issue, okay? But the learning process, we're going to have to do some real learning, and it ain't going to stop until there's enough of us to make a big enough change. And what I'm hearing and seeing, these numbers is totaling up into hundreds of thousands of people right now. We're on the move. We're on the march. This is a war. Some of it's an informational war. Some of it's a war against breaking the old chains and just leaving them behind, period. All right, y'all. That's probably going to be about 11 minutes and some odd seconds. But anyway, peace to all y'all. Love. Keep marching forward. There's a lot of confusion going on right now. You kind of looking at people that was kind of on the same page. Now all of a sudden they're not on the same page. I find that real confusing for me, and I also understand some of their points is valid. But the outcome of it for me is the long haul, and the other part of it is I still believe in we the people, okay? Because it is us. It is about us. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace.